Whenever the Addams family collaborate to make a film, it's always something special. The family of filmmakers have a unique look at life, and I love seeing the world through their twisted vision. Their new movie, Hellhole, is a bit different from the family's previous work. So let's dive deep into Hellhole. Hellhole is new, streaming on Shudder. It's directed by John Adams and Toby Poser, and written by John Adams, Lulu Adams, and Toby Poser. A fracking team from America head to Serbia to prepare to drill deep. But upon breaking the surface, they unearth something that defies modern science. Trapped at the site due to flooded roads, the stranded team must deal with a creature that enters the body of men in order to grow and survive. The Addams family have been known for their lo-fi and subtle horrors, making Hellhole quite the departure from their previous work. Unlike the tender and tragic moments of Hellbender, or the heart-wrenching scenes in The Deeper You Dig, or even the bizarre and dreamlike spectacle of Where the Devil Roams, Hellhole is a body, in-your-face horror comedy. And while this is definitely a horror comedy in the vein of Evil Dead 2, leaning more towards the horror, if you're expecting the usual quiet, subtle terrors of the Addams family's previous work, Hellhole is definitely going to take you by surprise. The dialogue is comfortable and often quite witty. I like the casual banter between Toby Poser's character Emily, who acts like the den mother to this motley crew of workers, and her real-life partner John Adams, who plays John, the laid-back GM of the crew. These scenes show that these two are capable of entertaining on their own without a drop of blood spilt, but we knew that from their previous movies. There's a lot of this casual, fun banter in the first few scenes with Poser and Adams, and there's also a lot of scenes where the Serbian workers converse back and forth, and the lack of humor in their tone makes the back and forthings all the more entertaining. All of them fun, but after the monster is revealed and the stakes are dire, this aloof banter feels less appropriate. The gore, most likely made of practical effects with some CG tweaks here and there, is abundant. Not only is the method the creature enters its host unsettling in the most uncomfortable of ways, the monster also explodes out of the body of its host if anything life-threatening occurs. Then it scampers away and enters the next poor soul to repeat the gory process again. The results are some gnarly body horror involving worms and tentacles. There's definitely a John Carpenter's The Thing vibe to the way the monster passes like a contagion, and seeing each person infected with the monster react to the monster inside of them is all part of the fun. There's an issue with the pacing of Hellhole. It's one of those films that starts and stops the action with a lot of jaw wagging in between. It makes the flow of the film feel somewhat off. Most films have cool down times after scenes of action and carnage, but because everyone is so calm with the monster picking them off one by one, it makes the film feel pretty uneven. Still, Poser is great in the lead as she tries not to be the mother of the group, but ends up being the voice of calm and reason to these guys anyway. There's some heartfelt scenes at the end that felt more in the Addams family wheelhouse. The squid worm parasite monster is a lot of fun as it scurries to and fro. The ending is a bit abrupt, but still made sense, and I laughed quite a bit at the subtle and not so subtle humor. Plus, this is as gory as it gets, proving that the Addams family is not only talented, but versatile, challenging themselves in new ways in every film. It's a bit of a stray from their usual output, and that's not going to sit well with some, but I had a lot of fun with Hellhole. Please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're you're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. Live the life that you are meant to be. To live inside that